Let's begin. So we are still in integration by partial fractions. So case 2 na tayo, no? So case 2. So case 2, when the factors of the denominator of proper rational fraction are all linear and some are repeated. So this is the general form of a repeated linear factor. Ax plus b raised to n. Kaya yung case 2 tinawag na repeated linear factors. So kapag ang factors ng denominator ng proper rational fraction lahat ay linear at ang iba ay inuulit, case 2 siya nun. So to its repeated linear factor ax plus b raised to n of the denominator of proper rational fraction, there corresponds a sum of partial fractions of the form a divided by ax plus b, and then plus b divided by ax plus b squared, until we reach the exponent n, say L divided by ax plus b raised to n. So let us have example about this case number 2. So our problem, the integral of x the fourth plus 3x squared minus 4x plus 1 divided by x times x minus 1 squared dx. So first, we need to identify whether the given rational fraction is proper or improper. So our numerator is degree 4, while the denominator, if we are going to expand this is degree 2, and then times x will become degree 3. So since the numerator is greater than, the degree of the numerator is greater than the degree of the denominator, then the given rational fraction is an improper fraction. And the integral of an improper fraction equals to the integral of its quotient plus the integral of its remainder. Kaya we need to divide first x to the fourth plus 3x squared minus 4x plus 1 divided by x times x minus 1 squared. So magdi-division muna tayo. Okay? So yung x times x minus 1 squared, if we are going to expand, so this will be equal to x, and then the expansion of x minus 1 squared is x squared minus 2x plus 1. So minus 2x plus 1, and then let us multiply x inside, so we will have x cubed, and then minus 2x squared, and then plus x. Okay, so let us now divide x to the fourth plus 3x squared minus 4x plus 1 to x times x minus 1 squared, which is the same as x cubed minus 2x squared plus x. So we will do long division. So meron tayong x to the fourth, and then plus 3x squared plus 3x squared, and then minus 4x, and then plus 1. So divided by, and then x cubed minus 2x squared, and then plus x. Now this also equal to x to the fourth, and then plus 0x cubed, 0x cubed, and then plus 3x squared minus 4x plus 1 divided by x cubed, and then minus 2x squared plus x. Okay, so let's do division now. So we have our dividend x to the fourth, and then plus 0 x cubed, and then plus 3x squared minus 4x, and then plus 1. So divided by our denominator x cubed minus 2x squared plus x. So we have x cubed minus 2x squared and then plus x. Okay, so x to the fourth divided by x cubed equals x. So we have the quotient x and then multiply. So x times x cubed is x to the fourth, and then x times negative 2x squared is negative 2x cubed, and then x times x is x squared, so plus x squared, and then subtract. So change the signs of the subtrahend. So x to the fourth plus negative x to the fourth is 0. And then 0x cubed plus positive 2x cubed will become 2x cubed. So 2x cubed. So this one will become negative x squared. So 3x squared minus x squared equals 2x squared. So plus 2x squared, and then bring down negative 4x plus 1. Okay, so 2x cubed divided by x cubed is 2, positive 2, and then multiply again. So 2 times x cubed is 2x cubed, and then 2 times negative 2x squared is negative 4x squared. And then 2 times x is positive 2x. And then subtract again. So we have negative. So 0. So this will become positive, no? So 2x squared plus 4x squared equals 6x squared. 6x squared. So this will become negative 2x. So negative 4x plus negative 2x is negative 6x. So negative 6x, and then bring down 1. So plus 1. Okay. So our quotient is x plus 2 with a remainder of 6x squared minus 6x plus 1 all over x cubed minus 2x squared plus x. Okay, so let us go back to the problem now. So as I've said, the integral of x to the fourth plus 3x squared minus 4x plus 1 dx divided by x times x minus 1 squared, it will be equal to the integral of its quotient plus the integral of its remainder. So let us rewrite the problem. So the problem is we have the integral of x to the fourth plus 3x squared minus 4x plus 1 divided by x times x minus 1 squared. X times x minus 1 squared. So it is also equal to the integral of its quotient. So the quotient is x plus 2. So that is our quotient. X plus 2. And then plus the remainder. Our remainder is 6x squared minus 6x plus 1. So, 6x squared minus 6x plus 1. And then all over our divisor. X cubed minus 2x squared plus x, which is also equal to x times x minus 1 squared. So, times, all over x times x minus 1 squared dx. Okay, so this will be the result. The integral of x to the fourth plus 3x squared minus 4x plus 1 divided by x times x minus 1 squared dx is also equal to the integral of x plus 2 plus 6x squared minus 6x plus 1 divided by x times x minus 1 squared dx. Pag-iwalay natin ang integral ng bawat isa. So, we will have integral of x plus 2 dx and then plus the integral of 6x squared minus 6x plus 1 divided by x times x minus 1 squared dx. Okay. So, this integral is readily integrable. The integral of x dx is x squared over 2. And the integral of 2 dx is equal to 2x. So, this is a proper rational fraction now. Our remainder is a proper rational fraction. And the integral of this is equal to the integral of its equivalent partial fractions. After that, we are going to identify in which case this proper rational fraction belongs to. At makikita natin yon sa ating denominator. So, ang ating denominator ay parehong linear factor. X and x minus 1 squared. At yung isa, yung x minus 1 ay inuulit. Repeated. X minus 1, x minus 1. Kaya siya under case 2. So, ulitin natin. Ano ba ang case 2? So, case 2, when the factors of the denominator of proper rational fraction are all linear and some are repeated. Okay. So, under case 2, ngayon itong ating integral of 6x squared minus 6x plus 1 divided by x times x minus 1 squared. So, gagawin natin ngayon ay i-resolve natin ito into partial fractions. 6x squared minus 6x plus 1. So, meron tayong 6x squared minus 6x plus 1 divided by x times x minus 1 squared. So, this will give us a sum of partial fractions of. So, sa unang non-repeated linear factor, meron siyang partial fraction na a divided by x. And then plus. So, for repeated linear factor, ax plus b raised to n, there corresponds a sum of partial fractions of this form. A divided by ax plus b divided by ax plus b squared until we reach the exponent n. That n. Okay. So, for x minus 1 squared, so it will give us a partial fraction of. So, dahil nagamit na natin yung a, ang kasunod natin gagamitin ay yung b. So, b divided by x minus 1. And then after that, plus c divided by x minus 1 squared. Okay. So kung x minus 1 cubed ito, magkakaroon pa tayo ng another term plus b divided by x minus 1 cubed. So dahil na-reach na natin yung exponent 2, so hanggang doon na lang tayo. So after that, multiply both sides by x and x minus 1 squared. So x times x minus 1 squared. So yung x times x minus 1 squared, pag minultiply natin dito, cancel x, x minus 1 squared. So matitira na lang tayo ng 6x. 6x squared minus 6x plus 1 equals. So dito naman, pag minultiply natin ito dito, cancel ang x. So matitira tayo ng a times x minus 1 squared. And then plus b, plus b. So ito, pag minultiply natin dito, cancel ang isang x minus 1. So matitira tayo ng x and x minus 1. So x times x minus 1. And then plus c, plus c. So ito, pag minultiply natin siya rito, cancel ang x minus 1 squared. So matitira na lang ng x. Okay, so this time, gagamitin naman natin yung equating coefficients of like powers of x sa pag-solve ng a, b, at saka ng c. So paano ba siya gamitin? So una, we need to expand this right side of the equation. I-expand natin siya. So we will have a. So the expansion of x minus 1 squared is x squared minus 2x plus 1. And then plus b. Then if we are going to multiply x and x minus 1, we will have x squared minus x. And then plus cx. Okay? So let us multiply a inside. So I will have a x squared minus 2ax. So minus 2ax. And then plus a. A times 1 is a. And then plus b times x squared ay bx squared. And then b times negative x is negative bx. And then plus cx. Ayan. So we will have, so for x squared, we will have a coefficient of a plus b. So a plus b. A plus b, and then times x squared. And then plus, So for x, we will have a coefficient of negative 2a. So una, we have negative 2a. And then minus b. Minus b. So minus b. And then plus c. So plus c. So times x. And then we have that constant a. So plus a. So this is equal to 6x squared. 6x squared minus 6x plus 1. So by equating the coefficients, of like powers of x raised to n. So for the constant, so the constant at the left equals 1. So simply equate this constant to the constant at the right, which is equal to a. So therefore a equals 1. So this is now the value of a. And then if we are going to use the coefficients of x squared, since we have now the value of a, we can now solve for the value of b. So for x squared, so the coefficient of x squared at the left side of the equation is 6. So equate that to the equation of the coefficient of x squared at the right side of the equation, a plus b. So a plus b. Now a is 1. So I will have 6 equals 1 and then plus b. Therefore b equals 5. So b equals 5. So this is now the value of b. Okay? So to solve for c, we are going to use the coefficients of x. So we have at the left side we have negative 6. So this is for x. So negative 6 equals negative 2a minus b plus c, the coefficient of x at the right of this equation, right side of the equation. So negative 2a and then minus b and then plus c. So I will have negative 6. So we have a equals 1. So negative 2 times 1. So negative 2 times 1. b equals 5. So minus 5. And then plus c. So I will have negative 2 plus negative 5 is negative 7. So negative 6 equals negative 7 plus c. Therefore, c equals 7 minus 6. So 7 minus 6 equals c, or c equals 1. Okay. So we're done. Now, so this 6x squared now minus 6x plus 1 divided by x times x minus 1 squared is now equal to a over x. A is 1, so 1 over x plus b divided by x minus 1. b is 5, so we'll have 5 divided by x minus 1. And then plus c over x minus 1 squared. But c is 1. Yeah, we will have 1 divided by x minus 1 squared. So we will have, so we have here integral of x plus 2 dx. So let us rewrite that. So integral of x plus 2 dx. And then plus. So the integral of 6x squared minus 6x plus 1 divided by x minus 1 squared dx now will be equal to the integral of its equivalent partial fractions. Okay? So we will have plus the integral of So first we have 1 over x. No, a is 1. Kaya we will have 1 over x. And then plus b divided by x minus 1. But b is 5, so we'll have 5 divided by x minus 1. And then plus c divided by x minus 1 squared. But c is 1, so we'll have 1 divided by x minus 1 squared. Okay? So, dx, no? So, pag-iwalay natin ngayon yung integral niyan, ano? So, by the way, our problem, let us rewrite our problem. So, it is integral of x to the 4 and then plus 3x squared minus 4x and then plus 1 divided by x times x minus 1 squared dx. So it is now equal to the integral of the quotient x plus 2 dx plus the integral of 1 over x plus 5 divided by x minus 1 plus 1 divided by x minus 1 squared dx. Okay, so we will have integral of x plus 2 dx, no? Ito, pag-iwahiwalayin natin yung integration ng bawat isa. So I will have integral of dx over x, no? So dx over x and then plus 5 integral of dx divided by x minus 1 dx divided by x minus 1. So here, para magamit natin yung general power rule for integration, gagawin natin ay susulat natin sa numerator yung x minus 1 squared. So magkakaroon tayo ng plus integral of x minus 1 to the negative 2 dx. Okay, so all of them are readily integrable now, no? So let us integrate. So integral of x dx equals x squared over 2 by power rule. Power rule. X squared over 2. Integral of 2 dx equals 2x. So plus 2x. And then plus integral of dx over x is ln of x. So ln of x. And then plus, so dito, no, yung ating denominator ay x minus 1, yung ating numerator ay dx. So yung dx ay exact derivative ng x minus 1. Integral of du over u. So leading to natural logarithm also. So we have 5 ln of x minus 1. So dito naman, gagamit tayo ng general power rule, no? So x minus 1 raised to negative 2 plus 1 is x minus 1 raised to negative 1. So plus x minus 1 raised to negative 1. So divided by that negative 1, no? And then plus c. Okay. So we will have x squared over 2 and then plus 2x. So dito we are going to apply logarithm of a power. So plus ln of x plus ln of x minus 1 raised to 5, ano? So positive divided by negative 1 is negative. So x minus 1 raised to negative 1 and then plus c. So naman, we can simplify this, ano? Apply natin ang logarithm of a product. Pagka addition, nagiging multiplication yung logarithm natin, ano. So, nagkakaroon tayo ng x squared divided by 2 plus 2x and then plus ln of x times x minus 1 to the fifth, ano. And then minus and then x minus 1 to the negative 1 and then plus c. So this is now the answer for the integral of x the fourth plus 3x squared minus 4x plus 1 divided by x times x minus 1 squared dx, no? So equals sa x squared over 2 plus 2x plus ln of x times x minus 1 to the fifth and then minus x minus 1 raised to negative 1 and then plus c. So this is now our answer.